CBP just released me, and the whole thing escalated for the dumbest reason. Right now I'm recording to memorialize all this while I still remember it, even though I look like this. But first, let me show you proof that it even happened. Getting sent to secondary right now. Freaking, I swear every time I pass by. In case of anything, recording for my safety. There's the blue bag and everything. Yeah, this is dumb. I looked it up later. I guess there is a folder system that they use where blue are the easy to intermediate cases and red are the more serious ones. First, let me give you some quick context and then I can go ahead and explain how it escalated. So I'm an immigration attorney, and every time I cross the border recently, it's been on foot. I leave all my electronics in the US, so that way, no issues. Yeah, they want to send me to secondary inspection, but for the most part, it's just 21 questions, then they let me go. They don't send me to secondary. They're always eyeing it. I actually have another video that I posted about it from the last time this happened. This time though, I'm driving, show them my passport and everything, and get sent to secondary for no reason whatsoever, but no, I can't argue. At secondary inspection, I'm waiting there for a while. A huge officer came through and he's just like, all right, which one of you wants to go first? The other car right away was like, I was like, yeah, let's get this over with. The guy was like, so you're Ivan? And I was like, yeah. What do you do for a living? Oh, author and immigration attorney. He's like, oh, you started with author. And I was like, yeah, it doesn't pay the bills, but This was a nice enough guy. I wasn't really too concerned. He's searching the car. K9 did its thing. Hood's open, back's open. As he's looking through the car, I'm thinking, all right, I'm about to get out of this in one piece. It won't be an issue and my heart sank because as he's searching, he's like, and what's this? He pulls out my fuck ice mug or whatever container this is. And my heart sank, my jaw dropped, and I was like, oh, when I was clearing out the car, I forgot about this. And at the tables by the side, because I had to wait behind the tables while he searched, he approaches the table and he's just like, hey, look, you're a nice enough guy. Like, do you hate us or something? And I'm just like, no, you're CBP, that's ICE. Like, are you not separate agencies? Do you guys not have like interagency beef? And he's like, no, man, we all work for to protect the American people. He's like, so I'll ask again, like, do you hate us or do you hate us or something? I forgot what he said, but I was just like, no, look, ultimately, I think I'm very patriotic myself. I want what's best for everyone that's inside the United States. It's just, I believe maybe we have different ways of going about that or just have different policy disagreements. And I don't know if I said this already, so apologies if I'm repeating myself. But he was like, you're a nice enough guy. Like, we can just talk out here. And I was like, all right. Then he asked, like, do you have social media? And I was like, yes. He's like, oh, what accounts do you have? And I was like, it's too many to tell. Like, I have author page, a traveling page, the law firm, a personal one where I review anime. Like, I have a lot of social media out there. My second company is a media company. So it's a lot. Because he asked me to write it down, and I was like, no, it's too much. And so he's like, all right, well, can I see your phone? And I was like, hey, look, I have to object to any electronic searches of any of my items because I have files that are protected under attorney-client confidentiality. Therefore, no go. He's like, all right, well, write down what files are protected. And I was like, hey, it's all protected. It's all over the place. But I'm a business owner. I own a law firm, so my immigration and my life are like this. But I remember at one point he was like, can you show me? And I was like, no, I'm not going to show you my social media. And then luckily, fortunately, within a minute or so of that conversation, my phone had turned off. It ran out of battery, on purpose. I had also implemented a ton of other security features. So that way, if they try to guess my passcode more than 5 times incorrectly, or if I input it really quickly to incorrectly, everything, my entire Apple data would erase. Basically, I knew I would get pulled over and I was ready for it. And I'm not going to lie, yes, I was ready for it. So I was really curious to see how long or how far into this process it was going to go, if I would get interrogated. Part of me was kind of looking forward to it. And for me, while it seems like a cool experiment, for a lot of other people, this is their reality. A lot of folks are being silenced and they are not allowed to, express any dissent or any opinions that are against the U.S. government. Which, mind you, most people are not against the U.S. government, I say with an asterisk, but a lot of people are very much against this administration and a lot of the illegal actions that they're doing. Also, for the sake of documenting everything, I just want to say I am sick and I'm tired. I left the hotel over in Mexico at 6 a.m. So I woke up at 5:30, left at 6, traveled for an hour, flight layover, delays in the second flight for over 2 hours. Landed here, landed in TJ, picked up my car, drove it across the border, and then that's when all this happened. So I'm tired, y'all. It's been quite a day.